Hello, my name is Shettley, welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3, Hedjaz. In previous episode we started to, well, the amount of money that we owe right now is getting a little bit worrying. We're currently expanding our military a little bit, and I think after we've gotten the barracks that we currently have underway, we'll start our, probably the final attempt of getting independence from Egypt. If we can't get independence from Egypt during that war, then there's no way that we can form up Arabia. We had a lot of bad luck with this run, especially with trying to pass a lot of the laws that would have helped us. We just failed over and over again. But the fact that we're paying 93,000 on interest per week is pretty bad. There we go. Now we got a lot of barracks being built, and most of them are being built rather quickly, actually. Definitely is good news for us. That also means that we can hire a bit more troops. The French, we've got good relations with. So do we have with the Ottoman Empire. So, technically speaking, if we could bring it... Actually, Ottomans had a lot of troops, didn't they? They got a pretty decent amount of troops, yes. I don't know if they are good troops, but if we could get Ottomans to help with the war, that'd be brilliant. Now we're already at 118 battalions max. We could, of course, always get countries as well, but that would probably cripple our income. But I think what I'm going to do, actually, after these constructions have been done, I might even slow down the construction speed a little bit, or just pause it for a moment, or for the duration of the war anyway. Just so that we don't spend quite as much money. But if we pause the construction, then the private sector is going to take over all the construction, and then they'll be doing a lot of stuff, and it's going to start using the investment pool a bit more, which is actually probably for the best. It's just a matter of a few more weeks and we'll have all of these barracks done. Of course, not all the battalions are going to be fully hired yet at that point, but you know, we'll get a little bit closer at least. So it should be about 35 of both of the armies, that is. Russia started a treaty port. Oh, so if Russia and Ottomans are going to be fighting, Russia might be busy. Too busy to help Egypt. Of course, not yet. We'll have to wait until that war starts. But why is that location for, anyway? Ah, right, they want a treaty port up here. Alright then. There's probably going to be Sinop they'll be taking, if they can manage that. A lot depends, of course, if the Ottomans are going to get any help there. I can't join on either side because it's in Anatolia. I don't have interest in there. And there's not that many options that could even join, admittedly. Right, so we've got the barracks done. I'm just going to... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put all the buildings to use the Iron Home stuff, but I'm then going to pause my construction. So that means that the private sector is going to build a lot of stuff, which means that they're going to start using the investment pool a lot more. Which means that the investment, well, 52 million in there, so that means that we'll still get a lot of stuff in, but the private sector is going to doing the, well, deciding where to build and what to build. So still losing £20,000 per week, 21,000 admittedly. But at least we're losing it slower, and now we're getting the repeater rifles in 3 weeks. Do we have that? We got 125 battalions total, we got 115 in the active armies. So did the war between Russia and Ottoman start yet? No, not yet. Oh, and a lot of them have decided to declare neutrality there. But I suspect that during that war is our best bet to get the independence, because then the Russians are going to be somewhat occupied with a war elsewhere. I don't know if the Ottomans will be able to hold on to the stuff there, but this is going to be our best bet on independence. If we can take a... Oh, there we go, repeaters, good. We'll just go for the militia statistics. Mobilization goods requirements. I mean, I suppose, yeah, we'll just keep up with these various texts in here. And I suppose we'll go for the arms industries. Go for the repeating rifles. A little bit more steel needed. Then we'll also go for the breech loading artillery. So that's going to be a little bit more production at least. And it does actually give us a bit of extra money there, so that's good. Is there any... Right, there's some of the silk plantation, opium plantations should be built there, but they're not being constructed right now. Oh, we're going to get another coal mine, arts academies, textile mills, chemical plant is also getting an upgrade, that's good. So Armed Forces isn't quite as happy as it could be. Suppose what I... right, we don't have enough bureaucracy. Alright then, so did the war start or did they just give up? No, it hasn't started yet. It will soon. So if that's going to keep the Russian armies busy... Oh, Britain is having a revolution as well. So that's going to keep Britain probably rather busy. Okay, the war has started. So now, Egypt, since you're not in a war, let's just double check it. If I demand independence of an obligation, is it still... Yeah, it's still 32. Right, well, in that case, if we declare war of independence, I think that is something that we can do now. Let's see if it goes. Is there anyone that... There's no one that I could sway. But I suppose that might mean that they'll have a bit less options there as well. So they've got a lot of troops. Do they even have a general here? No generals present. Oh, they might not have generals. I believe that was the case the last time we did a war against them. They didn't have anyone. We're going to activate that one. Who was the... You're a defensive strategist, so you'll be defending there for sure. And then we got another one, the Pious one. I'm going to pull you to defend as well. We'll have one more army that we're not going to activate yet. But I suppose, right, before the war starts, we'll still be paying the diplomatic pact. But once the war is going, we should not be paying that, I think. Since during that time, we're not a tributary. I suppose they are worried, actually. Fearful. They want primary... Okay, so yeah, they want war reparations. So I think at this stage, I'm going to put in a little bit of war goal. Probably just take Eritrea at least. Not want to increase the infamy too much. Because there is a chance that they'll then call in someone. But no one's really leaning on either side, so that's good news for me. They have no troops mobilized. Still. So they are still rather fearful. So we might just win the independence here. Without a fight. Which, to be fair, that'd be nice. I do admit. But the timing for this war was carefully decided. Oh, right, yeah, they got a bit of fighting over there and there. It is a... No, I don't think it's a landing, no. They were trying to attack. Also, the Russians and the Ottomans are going to be very busy with their wars there, so I don't think either one of those is going to bother with this conflict down here. But the fact that I'm just letting the private sector do all the construction work is going to save us at least a little bit of money. Actually, a lot of money. I probably should have done that a lot more. Just, you know, build some key things every now and then and just let the private sector take over all of the construction. From time to time, anyway. So they still got no general in here. They've got no activated troops. If they don't have a general, the troops won't be active. But yeah, we've got a lot more mobilized. Should I add in another war goal? I'm going to add in another war goal. If I can actually. We've got 11 already in for me. Egyptian desert. I mean, that's not really all that great. Mathruf. Sinai. I mean, that could maybe... Actually, that would be an area that we need, but at the same time... I don't know. I mean, we'll be taking that. We could go for Blue Nile. I mean, that's not necessarily all that good. No, that's a lot of infamy, actually. What about Dongola? That is 14 infamy, so that would already take us over 25 as well. So I'm not entirely sure. Although, I suppose... How many... We got 38. I'm going to force them to pay war reparations to me. And then I suppose I could maybe put one state still. Maybe I'll go for Dongola. That is going to separate these areas then. So Egypt's going to get a lot weaker there. Or I could go for Sinai, to be fair. Like, if I remember correctly, it's got iron mines, it's got lead mines, it's got some industry and all that. Of course, we'd still have to get the portion from France to be able to form the Arabia among a lot of new or other states as well. But that would be at least a start there. So we added that one. I think we are going to add in... I mean, Lebanon is also an option. Actually, Lebanon... Yeah, we're going to take Lebanon. At least try. Scandinavia size with Egypt. Okay. I knew that could happen. So how much of an army they did have? Well, not a lot right now, but their troops are probably better quality than what we have. So escalation pause. Now they're activating the troops. Oh yeah, they've got a lot of troops heading in here. How good of a quality are they? I suppose it doesn't tell me too much yet. Actually, if I go through here, I should be able to see them, right? Ooh, yeah, it's trench infantry. Well, what I can do in my fleet is raid convoys. There's no convoy... Oh, there would be convoys over there. Okay, so I can't really do much about the convoy raiding then. Okay, well, it may have been a mistake to add in the extra war goals there. We'll see, though. It's not over yet. And if we, like, technically speaking, during the war, assuming that we don't need to pay the diplomatic pact stuff, we should be making a pretty good amount of money still. So they've got a lot of fleets available on their side now. We only got 5 flotillas. I'm just thinking, like, if I was to do landing over here, I don't think I could actually do that. But let's assume that I did. That's part of Arabia. It would be a bit of a far away. But let's say we did a landing in Lebanon. There is no troops there. We've got that one army that is not doing anything. So if we do a landing there, capture that one, we could maybe even go for the Egyptian Crete, maybe? Or something with that, since that is one of the war goals, the Lebanon. Because that is a state that we want to have. It's got some coal and all that, and it's also part of the states that we need for the victory. The war will start, and are we going to make some money from not paying the thing or not? Or is it going to force us to pay the diplomatic pact even though we're at war? So we are advancing in here. They don't have the Scandinavians in here yet, so that's actually going to be good. We got, wow, yeah, we got a really good offense in here. So actually, there is still a chance that we can punch through even the Scandinavian troops, although they will have pretty decent defense overall. It depends a lot on the general, what they're sending in here. But that might be good. Looks like the Russians are actually taking a bit of land against Ottomans. Hell on earth. We don't need the rubber plantations to be all that productive, so I think we are still paying the Diplo packs, even though at war. That's a bit of an annoyance. I suppose we got the... we did have Eritrea as one of the places. Independence and Eritrea, at least, are things that I want out of this war. So now they brought in... oh, military statistics, good. Handcrane machine gun would probably help a little bit, or modern nursing, self-propelled torpedoes, floating harbors. There's a few good options in here. I think we want to go for the handcrane machine gun regardless. So this is still the first combat in here. They lost already most of their troops there. Let's just have a look. So is there... they've got pretty good supplies there. Let's just double check if we could do a bit of convoy raiding in here. Nope. Sending it all the way there. I mean, technically speaking, I suppose a possibility. It's a bit of a far away, though. But they do have some convoys going through here. But that's a different reason. Okay, I'm going to send them over there. It's a bit of a far distance, but it's 30 days to travel there. So there's some... there's the other war going in there, but I think this one... oh yeah, they lost a lot of their troops already. Actually didn't take all that much casualties ourselves, although we do have broken supply lines, so morale loss has been a bit increased. More we'll discover in... okay. Sure. We're going to have up to 60 in here. Oh boy. Didn't we have FARS at 60 as well? Yeah, we do. 39 at Laristan, so yeah, we've got a lot of oil that we could fill up here. We don't really use the oil ourselves all that much yet. Ooh, there we go, that's a good chunk. So now the Scandinavians are going to be advancing as well. They've got probably pretty decent quality of troops. Let's actually have a look again. So can we see the stats? 132 defense and 94 attack. Okay, that's going to be bad. So in that case, what I should probably do is... we're going to be raiding some of the convoys there. Maybe that will help. Although they do have a large fleet, so I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. There we go. I'm attacking, but against a pretty well dug in enemy, which has more troops there. So that's not great. I think we're going to lose a lot of combats in here. Now, admittedly, if we do lose, it's only going to be the war support or the war operations, but I really want to get my independence, so we're not giving up that easily. I think what we are going to actually do is we'll just go and do the naval invasion in Lebanon. We'll use the... that army, I think. Because there shouldn't be defenders in there. And then we're going to maybe pull off a landing somewhere near Cairo. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure if we can pull that off. But getting some troops in there will help, definitely. So our attack went quite badly there. Actually, I'm going to quickly do another reload just to make sure that it's not a bug that the Diplo Pax payment is still going. Because when... I mean, let's actually have a look. Are we still technically speaking... whoa, no, we are tributary still. We're trying to get our independence, but we are still considered a tributary, so... it feels a bit weird that we need to pay even during wartime, to be fair. So no, we're not going to take a reload yet, at least. So we're still losing £20,000 per week, but oh wait, no, that's not mine. There's a bit of a big combat over here between the Ottomans and the Russians. Right, government construction. We've got a lot in here, I think. No, we're not going to do that yet. Oh, now they're advancing towards me. I mean, we've got okay defense in here. So we are going to deal damage, but at the same time, probably not enough. Considering that they started with 30,000 men almost, we started with 12,000. It could be worse, I suppose. We're going to take a part of Lebanon. I don't think they'll be able to do a landing in there. And that will allow us to get one of the war goals, so the Egyptian war support will start dropping faster. I mean, they've got... Well, they're losing 1.5 per week, and we're losing 2 points per week. But our thing can't go below 0. Yet, at least. Oh, right. Ah, there we go. The landing has started, and it is going to be a success. We've got 35 battalions in there that could probably land next in northern Egypt. We'll just conquer all of this, and then we'll do another landing there. So we'll just try to delay them down south here. I suppose we've still got a decent chance of doing a lot of damage on the Scandinavians, even on the offensive, if we can get the sort of manpower advantage into the combat, which admittedly is probably not going to happen. But one can hope. Oh, actually, I suppose I should get rid of some of these trade routes that are inactive anyway. Or are giving fairly small revenue. We'll keep the rest of these. But there we go, that should reduce the deficit. And parts of Lebanon will be conquered now. Actually, I think we conquered the entire thing. Yes, we did. Alright then, well, in that case, let's go ahead and do a new landing. Naval invasion of Lower Egypt. Now we got another war goal. They should be losing their war support slightly faster. Although we are still probably losing more, but at the same time we just need to sort of delay them for long enough. And then I suppose we could try sinking some of the convoys over here. I'm sure that they will start to hitting some of our convoys as well. But like right now, if we could just get a little bit in here at least, that'd be fine. Oh, now we're losing only 18,000 per week. So, well, I suppose we're building so many things that it's slowly getting better. With the private interests just taking over all of that. So now they're pushed... Oh. How the heck did they get 200 battalions in one combat? Okay, numeric advantage from front, 145 from that. Contra infrastructure, minus 66. Max number of battalions reached, minus 4. Total concentration battalions across the length of the front, minus 75. Total battalions on the front. Hold on a minute, is that pretty much the... Yeah, that's pretty much all the armies in here. Oh, a lot of that is actually the Egyptian troops there. So can their support go... No, it can't go below 0 because they control Eritrea. But if we could do a proper landing in here, especially now that a lot of their troops are busy with the combat there, assuming that the combat lasts for a little bit further, then we should be able to do the landing in here, start pushing further. Like, it's not that many days that the landing should happen. Oh, it's a naval combat. Their ships found us. Damn it. Well, I suppose we do need to... Well, I don't have any construction going on right now. So never mind. We could try doing a landing in Dongola or something instead. Yeah, I think we need to switch to defensive after this combat. Taking way too much casualties in here. At least we can inflict a lot more casualties on them if we're on the defensive side. There we go. Alright, that's the combats there, and our invasion got... Landing by Ethiopia. Alright, are you any good at defending? Not necessarily, but I'm going to put you on the front line here. At least we got Lebanon. So that will slow... Well, I suppose it won't go any further down right now. I could try doing some raiding over here again in Gibraltar or something. So we can... Oh! Hold on a minute. Yeah, we're still paying a lot of interest, that's for sure. Egypt is damaging relations. We're also getting a lot more money now. I suppose it's just the industry has been growing a lot. So that is definitely helping because we got almost 50. Oh, there we go. We're winning a combat. We're winning a combat. And they had more troops in here, but they're still taking a lot of casualties. I mean, we've got a decent general in there. And then, of course, you know, we're defending and all the camouflage, actually. That's really nice. And they did a plunder, so yeah, there is going to be a lot of losses for them. But it is a little bit costly on us as well. But I suppose a lot will depend if I can start sinking some of their convoys. Deal proposed. No. No. I'm not taking that. The war isn't over yet. Admittedly, we are losing quite a bit of... Oh, I'll discover an ob... Oh, is there a reason why it's going down? Right, I'm just taking a lot of casualties now. I suppose we've lost some territory, but if we can retake the territory, that might get our war support back to a little bit higher, although I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. That is a glorious victory in here. I mean, to be fair, we did take about 35,000 casualties in here ourselves, but they also took about 50,000. So it's, well, I mean, it's not quite yet over, but it will be soon enough. Okay, so what about if I just ask for independence? Maybe I'll give you war. No, you don't want that one. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of war exhaustion right now. Or war support right now. So that's bad. But if we can just start pushing them back, that'll already make quite a difference. Or hopefully make a difference in there. I'm not entirely sure if it will. There's still a lot of comments over there between Russians and Ottomans. Amhara is going to require a little bit of infrastructure by the looks of it. Or discover in Friesland. Right, so Scandinavia is losing a war support as well, but I suppose those can't go... Actually, they can go below 0, apparently. Because they're not part of the deal there, but... Still losing a lot of war support, and as soon as it goes to 0 or minus 100, we can't really... Okay, so this is going to be another loss in here, I guess. Well, at least that battle over here is going to be a victory, but... Yeah, I don't think we're going to actually win this war. If we go for white peace, they wouldn't take that. They would want the war operations, but I don't want to crush my bloody economy again. Like, I'd rather die at this stage as a nation than just give Egypt more and more money. I've funded their entire, well, not entire, but most of their economy, let us say, for the past 80 years or so. We're losing a lot of money, even though we're paying 105,000 on interest. We're not losing that much money, admittedly. But yeah, since we didn't manage to get the... Well, basically boiled down to... I should not have gone for the... I should not have gone for the... Yeah, and they asked for all enforced war reparations. Right. Well, I guess that's it then. I don't think we're gonna get back from here. At least not get independence, especially with the money. We're gonna be bankrupt soon enough anyway. Oh, USA is improving relations. But now we've got a truce up until 1918 with Egypt. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to probably call it here. And I think what we're going to do is we are going to start something else tomorrow. Hedjaz is kind of an interesting nation, but we just had a massively bad luck on, like, every time that we tried independence, there were some other nations that would either support them or be at least leaning towards them. Which, well, admittedly, the first time, it caused me panic a little bit, I do admit. But, like, there's no way that we can form Arabia right now. Like, we've getting the independence too long, and I suppose, admittedly, also, I wasn't relying enough on the private sector to do the construction. Like, what I should have done is just, you know, build stuff like the various government buildings and some infrastructure and that sort of stuff, and let the private sector do the rest of the construction, because we currently got 52 million in the investment pool, but we also have almost 20 million in credit. So that's been a very big problem. And now, again, we're paying 85,000 to Egypt per week. So that's just really rough. So I don't think that there's no way for us to recover from this anymore. But we'll figure out some other nations to play for tomorrow. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.